Thank you very much, Karishma. When everybody is included, everybody wins. The famous quote from Jesse Jackson, I think it has resonated very well with organizations, because we see today that there is a greater realization among organizations to the fact that diversity and inclusion is a good thing to do. It is a good thing to do because it allows us to reach out to new sections of the society. It allows us to know the diverse opinions. It allows us to comply with the rules. It also allows us to create a better brand image. So many organizations are taking steps to ensure that they have diversity and inclusion at their workspace. However, there are some that think that this is a costly and complex process. There are also organizations that believe that inclusion is a complex process. It is a costly process. And maybe if they follow inclusion, it might affect their productivity, because there is a belief that people with disability might be not as productive as other people are, and it might also affect their profitability. Although there can't be anything far from truth, because studies after studies and reports after reports, they have proved that organizations that have adopted diversity and inclusion and accessibility, they are more successful. They are more profitable compared to their peers, other organizations. So the fact is this. Now I say that today inclusion is not a complex problem. It's not a costly issue as well because of technology. We all know that there is no limit to what people can achieve if technology reflects in the diversity of the people that use it. So that is the reason why technology is not very costly today, because even products like Windows and Office, they have so many features, so many strengths that make it possible for people with disability to be as productive as other people. And you can see the list of different features that Windows has and different features that Microsoft Office has. My dear friends, you don't need to buy a Braille printer today. You don't need to buy a Braille keyboard today to make an employee work with same ease as other people work on computers. Even without the Braille printers, even without these kind of devices, people can be productive. So I would like to show you as to how a visually disabled person can be as productive as other colleagues on a computer. Imagine like I am that person. I am a visually disabled person. So how will I use my computer? First and foremost, when I log on to my computer, what do? When I go to my office in the morning, I have to log on to my computer. But after the arrival of Windows Hello, I don't need to log on, because my computer knows me, it understands me, it recognizes my face. I don't need to do that. Similarly, there are so many other things that have come up. For example, if I want to be productive, if I want to type on a computer, I can take advantage of speech-to-text technology. You must have heard about Cortana. And Cortana is one virtual assistant which is part of Windows 10, and it can follow your commands. At the same time, what can Cortana do is, it can also type for you. It can also type on your behalf. So many things Cortana can do, and I will show you as to how Cortana does that. So as I told you that I am that visually impaired person, how will I work on a computer? Let me show you. I start working on a document, and this is that document. Even if I want to start a new document, I'll just go to Word and I'll start a new document here. Now if I want to type here, I just need to use my microphone. I don't need to use the Braille keyboard. I just need to use my microphone now. And I'll use Cortana for that purpose. I just start Cortana by pressing Windows and H keys. Now when I speak, computer should be able to type what I say. So this is how Cortana works. You speak and computer will type. For example, we can say, now this facility depends on the internet connectivity. The connectivity has to be good. Sometimes when it is not good, the results might be a little, little this way or that way. But generally it works very well. Now, for example, I am the visually impaired person. I create a document like this. And I start working on a Microsoft Word document. I write something here. I'm writing here. Now since I cannot see my screen, how will I format the document? It will be very difficult for me, isn't it? But Microsoft Office has a feature called Tell Me. I will use that. How? I just select this. I just select this text and I press Alt Q. Now my cursor goes up at the top of the page and I just write what I want Microsoft Word to do. I write add bullets. Add bullets. I have written over there and I press enter and look what has happened. So this gives the power of formatting to a person who cannot even see. Here is a document which has a white background. I want to convert that background into blue one. How will I do that? We all know that there are thousands of commands inside Microsoft Office. How will the person who cannot see be able to find those commands? Perhaps it will be very difficult for him. But now it is very easy. How? I just press Alt Q and I type page color blue over there. Page color blue, I press enter, look what has happened. So this is the power that our day-to-day softwares now have, they possess. Again, if I want to highlight this text, what will I do? Just Alt Q and I say highlight. I have to just type highlight. Highlight and I press enter. Looks like I have committed a spelling mistake here. So I just need to do that, okay? After that, what I have typed, how will I know as to I have actually typed what I wanted to? There is a tool inside Microsoft Word that is called read aloud. I can take advantage of that by pressing Alt, Control and space.
Amen.
So it has started reading that. If I want to get rid of this, again Alt, Control and space.
Last session में जेम को टैग करना, बेसिंग को टैग करना. You all have.
Now I might also be a person, a programmer who is visually disabled. How will I work on Visual Studio? I will take advantage of Cortana. For example, I go to Cortana and I just tell Cortana to open Visual Studio. Let me see if the internet connectivity is good, it will work. I go to Cortana here. Hey Cortana, open Visual Studio. Let me do it again. Open Visual Studio. Anyway, let me show you as to how Visual Studio works, how a person with visual disability works on Visual Studio. So this is Visual Studio, and since Most people here are programmers. I think they use it every day in and day out. This is Visual Studio. How do I work on Visual Studio using Microsoft's tool called Narrator? I just open that tool, pressing Control, Window and Enter.
Thumbnail, narrator dialog,
And this
OK,
is narrator.
button, Alt plus O, heads up. Narrator keyboard, Windows Project 1, menu bar, new, menu item, project, menu item, menu, Microsoft Visual Studio window, search control,
You can
search
see that
for
this
project
reads out everything
templates,
to me.
edit. Window, next. Windows Forms app.
I want to create an
.NET
application.
Framework,
I just need
non-selected.
to go to this place and press Enter.
Project name, edit,
Just tab
back,
and then
create.
create. And my project is getting created. So I take advantage of these kind
Click
of
up to move to
capabilities that
Microsoft
Windows
Visual
has, that
Studio
Office
window.
has, that Visual Studio has. Now you can see that my project is getting created here.
Narrator heading level 1. Welcome to narrator. Console app 1.
This is my
Paragraphs.
project that you can see. Now, suppose I am not a visually disabled person, I can see a little. What will I do? I can customize Visual Studio according to my needs. I just need to go to Tools, and here I go to Options.
Options. Menu item. Exiting narrator.
And here I can change the color of my screen. For example, right now it is blue, but I can change it to dark. And OK. It will take a little time, and the screen becomes dark. So I will be able to better focus on this now. If I want to increase the font size, I think you are aware of that you can use the scroll button of your mouse to increase the font size. Even after that, if it is not sufficient, you can take advantage of other features available inside Windows. For example, the magnifier tools. You press Window and plus, and then the magnifier tool appears. Now everything which is there becomes large. You can increase the size to 200%, 300%, or any other size that you want. So many such things are there which are part of Windows as well as Office as well as Visual Studio. So that is one aspect of the picture, that I am a person who is the user, but sometimes you might be a developer and you want to develop this kind of an application. What will you do? My dear friends, in Microsoft Azure, you know there are cognitive services. There are different types of APIs that you can take advantage of. For example, there is one API called Vision API, and that is my last example here that I would like to show you. So you go to Microsoft Azure portal and you go to the Vision API. It's here. And you want to process image, for example. So this is the page over there. You are a developer, you consume that API. I just want to give you a feel as to how it works. I will upload an image, and I'll see that the system identifies that image. The image is here in my system. I just open it, and now you can see that the image is getting uploaded here on top. Can the system identify that image for me? Let's see. This is Microsoft Azure, Cognitive Services, and the Vision API. It is taking some time because of that internet connectivity issue. But anyway, I want to tell you that it is able to identify. The image is that of our Prime Minister. If you upload that, it will tell you with the name that it is the image of the Indian Prime Minister. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And let's quickly move on to our panel discussion.